Greetings and salutations, people of Earth.
Oh, hello there.
I am your human DM.
Yes, and we are your human players.
Great. Well done, Criana. They'll believe that.
That is how I laugh.
Hi, everyone. How's it going? Welcome back, Kinsey.
Yeah,
You missed a session.
I missed the session.
I thought you were tied up for a second.
It was like just as there was like something in my throat. I'm like, I can't speak words right now.
Welcome back, Kinsey. So glad you could join us.
Oh my god.
You leave us for 1 week.
Yeah.
And never again.
You think your friends are more important than us? Think again.
Oh, man. Kinsey, want to give us a recap of last week?
You know what? Sure. Why not? So. I watched the beginning 3 days ago, so let's see if I remember. There was... You guys went... No, that's not where it started. It started, you guys going to the furniture store. And you went to a guy who can only speak in mumbles, because he has the cartoon mustache, I'm guessing. Or at least that's how I pictured him the entire time. And then... You had a lot of communication issues, including no magic. So a Shu figured out something I think was writing to get information from him, and he saw a suspect jump into the water and swim towards a noble house. And don't actually remember what the noble house is called. And then, before leaving, Kai found a necklace in the water that a crow really fucking wanted. So she fist fight a crow. And then the crow turned out to be a familiar who just really wanted this necklace, and the magic person it's connected to was a real jerk and was very insistent you give him his necklace back. So you're like, alright, we'll take it to the guards, wink, and you take it to Sherlock Holmes. And before going to Sherlock Holmes, but worse, you, I think a Shu figured out that it was a cursed magic necklace that protected you from fire, but also you cannot take off yourself?
Correct, and made you vulnerable to anything cast by the owner of the amulet. Or necklace.
I missed that part. That is dark. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. So you'd have disadvantage on anything.
Okay, I'm gonna stop thinking about that. Fuck. That's just me going to a dark place. I don't need to go back to humor of summary. So you go, it's not even Sherlock Holmes. It's like the Inspector from season 1 of Peaky Blinders.
Ouch, okay now, hang on.
Oh damn, you didn't need to go that low.
He's onto something, I agree.
Or it's like in between those two. It's like Sherlock Holmes and that guy, because I watched Peaky Blinders also like 2 days ago. So, or they start like the first 2 episodes again. So it's like a mix between those two guys. And then he tried to give you guys shit for A, investigating, B, Kai lying about a cat.
All things considered, he asked specifically for Kai to talk, so she did.
And Kai only speaks the lies. So Shu went, alright, here's all the information we got. And he went, oh, I'm actually impressed, thank you. Also, don't continue investigating. And everyone left and went, we're going to continue investigating. And then you guys went to the... I'm sorry, you gave a new term for this? I don't remember what it was. You went to the Goblin place.
Nimble Rights.
Nimble Rights. And you talked to... Bastian's bird? I don't know.
A bird? A bird? We can actually... Yeah, we can reenact it here. Was it a shoe it was going after?
It was going after a shoe.
Okay, so this metallic sparrow came from the clock tower and was aimed right at a shoe, and then a shoe... Was it a shoe that nuked it?
Yep.
Yeah, a shoe nuked it.
She went, and then she cast, or she did something that nuked it. I can't remember what she
Metal.
did.
Heat metal, which you can't save it if you're metal.
Yeah, so and then it turned into a metal mess, and it died. Oh
yeah,
it got flagged.
By this point, I was only half listening. I think I was multitasking, so I was just imagining Bastion the entire time. Which I think it was like they were testing out something with a new Nimble, right? Is it called Nimble, right?
It was a new invention of his.
Okay, I was correct. I wanted correction on the words. My brain just died for 10 seconds. So he's like, yeah, we're testing something out, and then it might have backfired. So if you could find it before the authorities do, that would be great. Thanks. Here's the thing to make it easier through whistles.
Almost, not quite. Nim, the Nimblewright, the one that made the sparrow, only speaks in whistles, but can understand common. And it had created another Nimblewright like itself because it wanted a friend. And that friend ran away. And you believe that might be the guy who threw the fireball. And you were given a Nimblewright detector from Nim, which can help you detect Nimblewrights within 500 feet. I think actually it's up to 30 feet. And if you're within 500 feet, it starts, and it'll get up to 30 feet.
Okay.
Oh, and he got all his tools taken away.
Except for one.
Except for one.
Because he bargained for it.
Mm-hmm. Which she thought about it afterwards, and she shouldn't have relented. It's not a punishment if you bargain.
Yeah, well...
Too late.
Hey, that's her fault. Yep, that's her fault. Too late. Now he will make her doom. No. So you guys had just left the House of the Inspired Hand, said goodbye to Giroth.
My inspiration, please.
I'm not done yet.
Oh, okay.
And then we stopped the session. So here's your inspiration.
I have inspiration. Who needs inspiration?
Oh, you already have it.
I'll
look
take
who's
it.
Rich with inspirations.
Ayo.
I'll take it.
Arthur would take it.
Okay, Arthur can have it.
I've been rolling so poorly lately. I kind of need it.
Give it to the boy.
So, as we start this session, Ashu, Orit, and Dolmar are down. Arthur and Kai, you've got like 6 hit points left.
Yep.
The dragon is flying away, luckily.
Oh yeah, we forgot to talk about that part.
It's
no.
the same one that killed me in Inquisition.
It landed on Orit.
And Kenzie, roll up a new character.
Piss off this one
Kenzie, roll for new character.
Just me. Me.
Yeah. Or he got landed on.
I tried to save you. I'm sorry.
No,
wow, I took out an entire bar for you, and then you just let me die.
Luckily, Dolma's mother came up and kissed the dragon, and it got shy.
Oh my fucking god.
Thank you.
It flew away. No, you guys have just left the House of the Inspired Hands. I believe you wanted to make your way to the Temple of the Gods to speak
dead people.
to certain corpses.
Yeah.
Specific corpse.
A very specific.
Not just random corpses. That's not what we're here for.
I mean, I'd be okay with this too. It's just what you guys do in your downtime. Go to the Temple of the Gods and speak to random corpses.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
I've had charm person this whole time, and I didn't realize it.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Well, do keep in mind, Crianers, do keep in mind that the second the charm ends, they are very aware that you charm them magically.
But I know, I don't care. If I can have a fun for a minute, that's something.
Mm-hmm.
They also become hostile.
They don't
Fun
like
fact.
me. Well,
it's 1 minute of friendship.
I play it a little bit loosely. Most of the time they become hostile, but a lot of it depends on the situation. I.e., if you charmed someone in order to save their life because they weren't listening to you, and then they become uncharmed and they're like, oh shit, I guess I'm gonna kill you now. Like, that doesn't make any sense. But most of the time, because people don't like it when you magically manipulate them.
What if you see somebody really lonely at a bar and just go, hey man, why don't I buy you a drink? Just have a
you
nice
charmed them.
conversation and then
Yeah, you
leave.
charmed them. Yeah, you
Yeah,
charmed
they'd
them with
still
your
be
nice-
pissed. They'd still be pissed because at that point you would not have needed to manipulate them magically.
Okay,
Wait,
fair.
but what if you don't use magic?
You just charm them.
Oh my god.
With a
Whether
drink.
you charm each other, well,
We are.
That's called
Oh
flirting.
my god.
I don't know.
We are
Let's find out
spiraling out
someday.
of control
You
here.
just wake up somewhere unknown in somebody else's bed.
You wake up in a Denny's parking lot.
Oh, we've all been there. We've all been there.
All right, so you guys make your way to the Temple of the Gods, and you make your way inside. Oh, what a pleasure to see you again. How did the
fun.
opening go?
Terribly.
Oh, it went wonder. Oh, what? Kai like looks over. It was a huge success. You should have been there.
I was there.
Oh. Whoops. I should have spoken to you.
It's fine. I'm short. It's hard to see in the crowd. And to be fair, I only had like 7 drinks and left.
Oh.
Baller.
Next time, I will buy you a drink.
Oh, that's kind of you. What can I do for you today?
Yes, I am Kai.
Dad.
Yes, yes, you are, Kai. We're looking to talk with dead people, apparently.
That's nice. Well, if you're gonna go talk to dead people, you're gonna want to go to the morgue. Though I do know they frown upon such things, so you might want to discuss it with Arabella first.
They're talking about speak with dead.
Yep. Nope. I figured. I took you all for powerful and intelligent people, not crazies.
Well, Kai kind of like whispers to whoever's next to her. Hang on, let me just roll a dice here to see who's next to me.
Don't get me wrong. There are those
Yeah.
people that come in just trying to
Hold
talk
on,
to dead
1,
people.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Kai looks over to Dalma. Were we supposed to ask for anyone in particular? Did Kip give us the DL?
Looks over at Arthur.
Did they square?
Nope.
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 Do you have... Can you give him a call, maybe? Can you just ping him and see if he can elaborate on what we are supposed to do?
Just gently boop him.
There's a dog in here, Kyle! No, I'm kidding.
Excuse me. That is a cleric of Pelnor.
Oh my gosh, they're so cute.
Holly really goes to town with that awakening spell, let me tell
It's
you.
always a cleric
Right?
of Pelor. No other gods. It's always only him. For some fucking reason.
Arthur will go up to Kai, grab her hand gently, and put the stone in her hand, and go. Sure, he wants to talk to you. Maybe.
Okay. I don't know. It sounds like he thinks I blew up the outside of the tavern. I do not know if he wishes to speak with me if he thinks so lowly of me. But I will try.
Give it a shot. Who knows?
How do I do this?
You put it up to your ear.
You stick it in your ear and you
Okay.
think at him.
Thinking. I'm thinking. Hello? Testing. Hello.
Oh. Kai, where are you? Where's a shoe?
What? Kai looks over at his shoe. Over by me? We're at the, Temple of
A
the
shoe's
Gods?
supposed to be presenting in front of the committee in an hour. Where is she?
I'm sorry, what?
Hang on. Let me, a shoe? Are you supposed to be presenting in an hour with the committee?
A shoe? Yeah, you did know. I mean, it's been a crazy morning.
I thought I had time. Clearly, I don't.
Are you? Is it the
Oh no, the cleric hurt himself?
Oh
No, she didn't hurt herself at all. She's just spazzing out. What is it, girl? Is it demons? Are you gonna exorcise the demons?
Oh, you gotta exercise.
Also, what the hell is going on?
That's a good question.
So, yes, so Ashu, you do know that was today. I mean, you had plenty of time. Fireball happened, etc.
Great.
So, Squeak got a dog, by the way, chat.
Yeah,
Yes,
Oh,
we
no,
have
it's
a
not.
dog.
Or something.
Alita. Ashu.
Keep going.
Ashu, what committee are you speaking with?
A few actually.
A
The
few.
town committee? Just, I guess, the entire town.
Did we discuss this? I don't seem to recall you having to meet with a committee.
She thinks for a moment. I guess I didn't bring it up with the group.
All right, should we go? I mean,
You can sit in? Question mark.
sure. Well, this is fine because obviously we're too early or late, or we'll talk to dead people later. Fran, it has been a pleasure.
Always.
Okay.
Bye, distant friend.
Sorry, I'm just helping a customer.
Another cleric of
Get
Pelor.
Holly her customary weed.
Sorry, no, I'm still here. It's just this is the first time she's really played like this, and I really need to promote good behavior.
No, this is important.
So
we walk outside and a
walk
dragon
outside, and
appears.
Ashu, as you guys approach the palace, Ashu starts explaining what's going on. Take it away, Ashu.
Right.
We're power walking.
My mouth is moving, and I just don't know why.
It's like someone's commanded you or something. It's crazy.
Well, since no one has said anything this entire trip, I guess I'll break the ice.
Please.
What's going on? What is this committee about?
Well, I'm going to present an idea and see if I can't get any, funding, support, leverage. Really support, I think, is what I'm looking for.
What is the idea?
Well, I'm actually trying to, let's say, create a guild.
Oh.
Guild-like, at least. Trying to promote a bit more of a single person's point of view. Most books and whatnot are a single person trying to explain usually an event. I'm more focused on a person telling themselves about themselves, their likes and dislikes, and through that, having a wide variety of people showing the likes, dislikes, and experiences will help each other understand each other.
That sounds like a wonderful idea. I just had no idea that this was something you were... Did anyone else know? Am I out of the loop here?
I had no clue.
Oh. I didn't know.
Okay. Well,
Shrug.
I think that's a wonderful idea, Shu, and yes, we should get going. Oh, while we're walking, let me comb your hair. You have a knot.
Oh, thank you.
It's almost like it was a solo session. After the solo session, we got carried away with fireballs and stuff.
Shu, you have lovely hair. I will continue to vamp until...
No, hang on.
No?
I'm here. All right, girl.
And
This door
Tyron-
is very hard to open.
Wow,
And
Tyron
Squee
falls
was
into
not
a
here.
hole.
Oh, it's that dragon again! It landed on our reed! Someone help!
Shit!
God, not again.
Okay. All right. My apologies for that.
Char, get off or eat!
So, you guys make your way to the palace, and as you enter, you make your way to what's called the Grand Hall, where the city council meets. This is your first time being here at the Grand Hall. Though it is always an open forum, you're allowed to come in during the meetings. Well, not the public, but many of the influential influential people of the city are allowed to come in and watch the sessions. It's like open parliament kind of thing.
Oh, she will about to actually enter wherever this place is and then turn to the group. Oh, I guess there is going to be one more surprise. I think you'll like it.
Oh? I don't know. All of the surprises so far I have not liked.
Is it shaved
But I'll
ice?
take your word.
Is it popcorn?
Shaved ice. We had plenty of that up in the tundra. I would love some right now. It would remind me of the home.
As you're all talking, you suddenly see Lady Celine start walking towards you and looking fabulous. She is wearing what would be a gown fit for a queen. Her hair is done up in almost Princess Leia style complexity.
I'm
And
gay.
she looks absolutely stunning.
I think we all turned a little gay from that.
And she comes up to you very briskly and says, "Oh, good, you're here. We were worried. Everything all right? I did hear from Kip about a fireball, an explosion, some sort of investigation. Well," and she kind of narrows her eyes as she looks around. "Well, I know quite a big deal more than that, but I think it's best we keep it at that. Is everything all right?"
I mean, obviously no, considering there was a fireball, but it will be.
I see.
We have promising leads, although I am worried about the others investigating the incident.
And what about... hang on one second. And she'll pause and she'll be like, "What do you mean? Who's investigating?"
Barnabas.
Blastwind. Yes, I've heard of him.
Blastwind.
Yes, Blastwind.
I have heard of him. He is incredibly exceptional at his job, but yes, can be a bit of an old coot from what I understand.
Yes, I think that is an excellent summary.
Yes.
But, hopefully things will go well.
Hopefully. Let's hope. Do you know... Well... have you heard of Dalakar? Is he okay?
He's dead.
I see. That's very unfortunate. Well, good luck in your investigation, but now, Ashu, are you ready?
She pauses from the whiplash and she goes, "Yes, I'm ready."
I give Ashu 2 thumbs up.
Good. I have been in contact with our mutual friend. They will arrive when you request them. We both figured it might make a grander gesture if you use a little bit of theater.
She smiles. Player frowns. Can't remember names.
Hang on a second.
Can't wait to figure out what the
What is
hell is
going
happening.
Give me a
Yeah.
minute.
We'll
I
sit front
will.
and center. I'll get out my
You're-
camcorder and record the whole thing.
Wait, you're talking about Wind Lady? Jurith Falcon?
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, it's
I don't
Jurith
know.
Falcon. From Falconmere.
Or it
One
could
Falcon.
be one of the other many people. It could be
Narif.
Jarlaxle. Jarlaxle could come in.
Jarlaxle!
Yeah! Jarlaxle! It's finally here!
Well, little do you guys know, I know who the murderer is. And I'll be calling them in.
Oh. Well,
And we'll unmask them in front of everyone.
Listen, don't pull my face off.
in here.
It's Sheen.
Oh, that's not a fun. That's not a fun surprise.
Kai
So-
over here just like, oh, I could have fucking told you that.
I could have.
So Lady Celine says, well, you look your best, which is good. Though, from what I understand of what I've seen of you, you're always looking fabulous. I will go in, I'll start the meeting, and I will call you to the floor. Remember, I have very little power in there, but I do have some, and what I have, I will use to bend to your efforts.
And we will come inside too. Kai looks at a shoe.
Unless you need us to stay here. 'Cause we are
Celine will
not
shake her head.
that-
No, of course. It is good to support a shoe and show that you work together. Also, a shoe, if you have gained any other alliances or support in this matter, I would be sure to bring it up in what they offer, as it might help the vote.
I have gotten a few, and I hope it goes well.
And with that, Lady Celine will nod and turn and walk into the Grand Hall. You see Kip following behind her. He, as you're walking, he spins on a heel, waves to Arthur, nods to Kai, turns around again.
Ignores the rest of us
Ignores
fuckers.
everyone else.
Plebs.
Not necessarily ignores, but those are certainly the two he knows best.
Kai will lean over to Orit. Oh yeah, he thinks I definitely threw the fireball.
Well,
Dolma.
maybe that's still kind of hot, literally.
She looks at him with a raised eyebrow.
He grins.
God.
Squee, how much do the town leaders know what we did for the
The town leaders would be aware. This is not something you can hide from the city council because lots of people died and people were moved around and there was problems with the census. So no, the council would be aware.
I see.
And that is just, to be fair, that is what a shoe's best guess would be from what she
Okay.
knows of how the cities work. This is not something you could hide from the council.
Okay, so at least we could use that, unless I wouldn't be like, and you know that thing, and they're like, what thing? You did what?
Yeah, yes.
Wow.
And we killed the false Hydra. Who's a what now? And Celine's just like, stay on the Hydra, hey!
See her like, cut it out.
Alright.
So, you guys make your way into a large room, surrounded by 30 people who tend to represent the different houses and ruling factions of the city that make up the council. And then in risers up above, there's another 100 or so people that are influential people, friends of the council, people who are allowed into the palace, things of that nature. The floor is white and black marble in a checkered pattern, and the room is unreasonably large. And you guys are guided to basically a fancy-looking desk with chairs off to the side. And you sit there for a good 45 minutes or so, as Lady Celine calls everything to order, and you see that she's very much a leader, shall we say, of the meeting. She kind of directs the flow, but she is only one of many votes. When it comes to voting on issues, her voice does not have any more power than any of the other voting council members. But she does have a great sense of power in the sense that she kind of directs the flow of the meeting itself. And after about 45 minutes, there are several things that are handled that are fairly boring matters of estate, taxes that need to go to repair this road, or issues of that nature. Nothing is mentioned about this morning's events, though it's likely that by this time most people have heard of it, but it hasn't really. It's not at this time an issue to be addressed by the city council, right? And real quick, Dolma, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So, Dolma would actually offer to do a musical entrance for a shoe, just to be dramatic. If you're trying to make an impression, you know.
That's a literal shoe, not a character.
And her name is Ashu!
No, I'm sorry. I looked over and Alita literally had a shoe.
Oh, shoe.
A singular shoe, not a shoe. No, Alita. That's a shoe. You can't eat her. Oh my god.
Says who?
Oh my god. I just raised my voice a little bit and she's just like, I'm so sorry. It's alright. You're a good girl. Now go play with something else. Alright. I'm sorry. This is not usual. She's very needy right now. So, yeah, a shoe. Dolma offers to give you a musical entrance if you like.
You know... She only takes a moment to think, and she nods. Well, it's going to be, they're going to see me anyway. Might as well be seen.
Dolma nods and smiles. I mean, the whole thing is about capturing experiences, right? And I'll give him that.
Well, about 45 minutes into the meeting, Lady Celine calls forth. And we are addressing a new issue today. Hang on a second. No, Alita, that's a table. You can't shoot. What is with you today? Sweetheart. No. I am so sorry, everyone. Wow. She goes, we are addressing a new matter today. We are looking to vote on opening up a new guild. Of historians, particular historians for that matter. A shoe, if you would please. And she calls you up to like a podium in the center of the room.
Thank you. She very respectfully scoots out her chair, straightens herself up, and moves to the podium. I'm going to graduation.
You make your way to the podium. You see all the council members kind of in front and around you. And Lady Celine says, please, Shu, if you would, present your case.
Hello, esteemed members of the town. I am a Shu. I am here to... She stops and pauses for a moment. I am here to tell you all that there is a piece of history missing. A grand piece. Made up of very small, but very significant peoples and minds. My guild that I would like to start and contribute to and spend the rest of my life making, caring for, and growing is a guild to have the experiences of others put to the forefront. There has been many books, events told by bards, and all from very select hands and mouths. What I would like to give is the experience of an individual, of many individuals, of what their perspectives can be, what they joy, what they hate. It is a small hope and dream, but my heart burns to see this put forward.
And there's a call from one of the counselors. And are you alone in this? Have you gained any support or approval from any of the other guilds? We already have a historian guild, I believe.
I've gotten a few willing to contribute, but one would like to lend their voice most of all. Please, if you would, Jareth, come forth.
And I should note, Dolma, I'm curious, did you play just until Shu got up to the podium, or are you adding like a soundtrack?
Essentially. So what when she was first walking up, it was a little bit louder, but as she's talking, she's trying to have the music kind of accent it, like a trailer background. Like, it's not overpowering her, it's just kind of trying to add to the effect. And also gotcha. She's giving her a bardic inspiration because
yeah. You feel that several of the senators are kind of enjoying or paying attention to it. It does seem to have a positive effect on it. Ashu, when you say that, there's a wind that picks up, and many of the council members start murmuring, and then you hear in the room, "Hello, esteemed council of Averton. As mentioned, my name is Jareth Falcon, and it has been quite some time since I have left my manor. I am the head of the Emerald Enclave, a guild that strives to seek balance in all that we do between people and nature. I was approached by a Shu, who has already done so much for our city, as I am sure you are aware that recently she and her friends have quelled quite the peril in the city, in the Saloon Shrine," and there's murmuring that comes from that. "I have spent many years in this city and its people, and I must admit that there have been many stories that I have been told that have never been recorded. Many events that common people experience that none of us will ever hear of. And I think that this would be an excellent addition, a guild that would be well worth the effort and the time put into it. And I fully endorse it, as not only myself, but as a member of the Emerald Enclave." With that, the wind actually picks up around you, Ashu, and begins to coalesce into the form of a wind elemental with long, beautiful hair and a face with a delicate nose and elf ears, and somewhat short. And she stands there next to you.
Ashu smiles and is slightly a tear because this is something she's always wanted.
And as she finishes, there is one echoing clap. "Well, that's quite the performance," Sheem says as she stands up from the council table.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Why is she there? Kai is like gritting her teeth.
"Permission to speak, Lady Celine." Lady Celine looks at Ashu. "Permission granted. Esteemed council members, I may not be officially a part of you, but you have sought my guidance in the past, which I have happily given. And it is clear here that Ashu has done much for our city. and wishes to do more, and I think that should be commended. Though I do question her method of going about doing it. As it has been mentioned before, we already have a historical organization, and I wonder why Ashu seeks to insult them so directly. And she looks directly at you. Not only does she seek to start another guild under their noses to do essentially the same thing, but she thinks that she can sway you with a song and a dance, and she looks at Dolma. This is not exactly what I would consider appropriate for serious political business. We are here to discuss the logic of things, not to be swayed through music. There is some murmuring. And quite honestly, if I must be frank, you seek to gain and record the experiences of individuals. I am curious as to the caliber of the individuals you wish to get this information from. Are we talking about educated historians, nobility, and people of import? Or are you referring to the common rabble that tithers to and fro and don't understand half of what they experience?
Ashu smiles. I'm glad you asked. But of course, this would be for not one or the other, but for both. My goal is for experience, not domination. My goal is to work with and not against.
Interesting. And you think that our historical society is doing something wrong?
Of course
Otherwise, then why not join them? Why do you seek to create your own guild?
Because they look at the whole, which is extremely important. But what I am trying to make will require an entire entity unto itself. A workforce that would require a separate guild.
I see.
As
And
you say,
separate funding, I assume.
she pauses. I am frankly unaware of how much funding each guild gets, but I am going to, at the moment, strictly go off of donations and my own personal work.
There's some chuckles. Oh, I see. Well, one can't expect a commoner to understand exactly how the guilds work, I suppose. And Sheem walks to the side. Donations are not enough for a guild. You are here because you are asking for funding from the council and from the good people of Averton. Funding that is quite substantial, I might add. And you come with great friends, yes, as I honor you, Lady Falconmere. But you are the leader of the Emerald Enclave. Concerned with balance, yes, but never history as far as I've been informed. There is like a puff of wind. Balance. Oh, sorry, as Lady Falconmere says, balance requires understanding the past, the present, and the future, Lady Sheem. Sorry, Sheem, go.
When I approached her, she was moved not because of the historical importance of this, but the importance to the person, the individual. This is what history does not do. The history tells events, not people. The main goal of this, yes, it has historical importance, but I think this guild would be more for pure, unadulterated understanding of its fellow man. Which the Historical Society does not do, and nor will I be undercutting them.
There is some murmuring back and forth among the council members. And Lady Sheem stands there, smirking. I see. And you intend to take care of this all on your own? You intend to be the leader of this guild? Do you have staff to help you with it? Do you even have a secretary to maintain and ensure that everything runs smoothly?
Hold on.
And keep in mind, Piff, like, this is an absolute ambush. No one told you needed anything like this.
Yeah.
Kai is just like shifting in her seat and just.
Now she thinks for a moment. Now, if I'm to understand, not all guilds need nor want this. If I remember correctly, one of my friends that have actually come with me just recently became one of another guild that has been long-standing before this one.
I believe he's referring to the Lord's Alliance. And the rest of the council kind of laughs. There's a reason why the council has refused it funding for quite some time, as Our Lady Sheem is very wise, but can sometimes offer her heart too quickly to needs and causes that are not important. She looks back to her shoe.
Oh? Not important? Why, from what I recall, the last people she trusted turned out to be the people to save the world.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they did. We've all heard the story of the heroes. But that war is over. And we already have treaties and alliances with the kingdoms around us, and this is an old and stale argument. I am simply pointing out that if you are referring to the Lord's Alliance as an example of how your guild will be run, well, it's a poor start. Deflect wounds. Kenzie.
I didn't actually mean to roll it.
I love the team.
There might have been some fantasy.
I've had it.
What if I could do this?
She like freaking gets up out of her chair, scrambles up the wall.
Oh, that would be amazing.
It would be an insult to say that I would run a guild like anyone else. I'm sure each person has their own way to run it. Right? As she looks around the room, you're not all by the same guidebook.
Oh, man. You hear from the back of the room, permission to speak. And a little hand raises up. Lady Celine, who is like red hot, like she's like steaming, right?
Mm-hmm.
Permission granted. Fran stands up in the back room. If they're looking for a receptionist, I'd be more than happy to fulfill.
How did she get here?
Was she here the whole time?
She was following us the whole time.
She was following you.
She followed us in.
I am, as most of you know, a receptionist at the Temple of the Gods and used to be quite an influential and famous hero in my day. And quite honestly, I like where she's going, as I've had many stories that historians have balked at and never recorded. I'd be more than happy to lend my considerable receptionist skills to keeping the guild in order And as many of you know me, you understand what that means. Thank you. We'll just sit back down. He's murmuring again among the council members, and Sheem has her lips pressed very tightly. Well, I don't want to take up the council's entire day with this, so I will say my piece and be done with it. We already have a historical society. We already have enough needs that the money in this town already goes to. I believe that this is simply someone trying to capitalize on a little bit of fame and nothing more. Please, vote wisely. Lady Sheem will sit back down. Yes, Kai?
How far away is Sheem?
Oh, 60 feet. No, about 30 feet or so.
Flex wounds.
Hang on, let me just check.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. So, Kai, hang on, let me think for a second. Kai's gonna point at Sheem and whisper something under her breath that I'll send to Squee in a second.
I'm excited.
Is she being subtle about this?
Probably subtle enough for the room.
I have a music video that I'm gonna put in here for you guys to watch later. That is just what I imagine us doing if we ever got into a fight in this situation.
Oh man. Oh, nice. Let me see something here.
It's just like two members of Congress or something, kind of yelling at each other and being mean to each other, and eventually it devolves into a fucking fist fight. It's hilarious. It's a music video.
It sounds like Korean politics.
Yep. It's basically the vibes are shut up or I'm gonna go over there and punch you.
So Kai, you're able to do this discreetly as all eyes are on at the moment to Shu, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sheem will slowly turn her eyes towards you, narrow them, and begin whispering something. Kai, you fall asleep and fall to the floor.
I mean, worth it.
Wait,
Squee?
Worth it.
No,
Squee?
she doesn't.
no, she doesn't.
All right.
She's an elf.
Yeah.
Oh.
You just sleep.
Did it.
Wait. It's a what? It's
You're
an
immune
elfic?
to sleep. Yeah, you're immune to charm and
because
sleep.
of your Fae ancestry.
Guys,
We're not,
Wait.
we're not-
Hey, Squee, hang on. Let me just add something to that message.
Mm-hmm.
you're
guys.
not immune
Yes?
to charm, by the way.
You have advantage.
It's more of a
against
joke,
charm.
Squee, but I think you'll find it funny.
What is it you're trying?
Shuckity.
Kai,
Hold on.
Kai, you need to remember this, because if Sheem's not a drow, if she was a drow, she would know that wouldn't work.
That's literally what I just
Yeah.
said to Squee.
Yep. No, she's trying to put her to sleep. Actually, I'm adjusting this a little bit. Nope. Because Sheem does know this, and I am an idiot DM. But
Good.
Kai, you get very drowsy, and it becomes hard to think, but you pass over it. And then you get a response back. Don't test me, little girl.
A little smirk will come on Kai's face, and she'll tilt her head to the side and whisper back, "My offer still stands."
She turns her eyes forward. Ashu, closing
Yeah.
statement.
I can see many people here are very interested in this new guild. I even had one of our prestige guests take great interest in this particular act, as well as so many other members that have been very boisterous about my humble request. I'd also like to thank the Black Staff for, if I do become a guild, to becoming the first donor. And I appreciate that.
There's some murmurs among the council when you say that. And next to you, Falconmere, Jury says, in addition to that, the Emerald Enclave will also be donating to the guild to help relieve any costs that might be incurred by the town. This was not an offer that was made before.
Well, I think she got moved.
Or pissed, or both.
No, but pissed is moved.
Yes. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion with advantage, please.
Alright.
And
Here we
you
go.
have inspiration.
You do.
Oh boy. Let's see how this rolls.
Mm-hmm.
See if I have to do this. That's okay, advantage, and this is persuasion. Oh boy.
Okay.
And I would definitely like to use that,
This is not exactly appropriate music. I just can't find something that's... Here we go. This is perfect.
is this a D6 or 8? Which one do you got?
D6.
What's with this music?
This is perfect. I think this is very fitting for the atmosphere.
Alright.
Sheem and Kai spitting insults back and forth through
Yeah,
whispers.
just messaging each other back and forth.
I am
No,
good with
uh,
these rolls.
Gotcha.
As much as I would love to try to break the system, I don't want to re-roll to something worse.
Yeah, that makes sense. So 22. There is some deliberation as you are asked to take your seat back, and Jareth nods to you and then dissipates. And they go back and forth for about 30 minutes to an hour, and eventually a vote is called. And the vote is 17 for, 13 against.
Nice.
As the vote is called, Lady Celine stands up and goes, "The vote has been cast. We will draw up papers to establish a new guild. Thank you for bringing this to our attention, Ashu, and we will be with you in a few days to go over the details. Funding will be allocated temporarily at first to help it get established, and then more permanently from there."
She nods and then actually greets the audience. I thank you. This might feel like a gamble. To most. And to quite a few of you. I understand that I have a lot to work up towards. But I hope we get to see each other eye to eye. And maybe my guild will allow us to understand each other a little bit more.
There is some murmurs, and even a few applauds from a few of the council members. Lady Sheem will stand up and say, "Well, never let it be said that I am unreasonable. The vote has been cast, so let me be the first to offer my support to Ashu and her new guild, and I will also make a donation from my private funds, as if that is the will of the people, I will do everything I can to ensure it succeeds."
I'm not going to be the one to stick a thumb in the eye, even though I know that is at least the third.
Never said how much.
$1.
She just slips you a copper.
Here you go. Get you something
Like
nice.
a tiny child, walks up. I have a candy, some
But
brownies.
Ashu, you've been around long enough to know
$16.
it's a very smart move. It makes her look very good.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Kai's if she makes eye contact, Kai's gonna wink at her.
Oh no, she has ignored you
I
since that
kind of
escape.
figured, but I just wanted to put that out there.
Mhm. And with that, you guys are free to stay and finish the council meeting or depart.
I mean, we have been here for practically 2 hours. I think Ori wants to get out.
Like fidgeting in a pew somewhere.
It's been like 2
Stuffy room,
hours.
let's go.
It's just 2 hours of sitting there murmuring, with people murmuring, going, "Oh yes, should we actually help the common people that are paying our taxes?"
So,
Right.
so Tyburn, was it now when you wanted to do the inflict wounds and run up there?
I
or,
accidentally clicked it. I was fantasizing.
I understand.
I'm gonna do a thing. I'm gonna do a personal roll.
I'm going to inflict wounds.
So Arthur fell asleep
Oh,
partway
honey.
through. Who wants to be next to him?
Ty.
Alright. He's gonna rest his head on your shoulder. If that's
Aw.
fine with you.
Ty puts her arm around your shoulder and she's essentially cuddling you and making sure you sleep the best.
There you go.
Aww.
Wait, what did you roll? Did you Constitution save? 1 sec.
Yeah.
What DC did you do?
I did a 12. So just
Okay.
under.
Oh, just barely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, he has a
This
plus
one.
6, so.
Hey!
Oh my god.
I think your sleep spell missed.
Oh my god. It waves over Kai. It's both Arthur and Ty. Just
So, and I will to fix my mistake, even though publicly we all know that I forgot once again.
That's fine.
Kai, it's clear that this was intended to be like a shove, like back off kind of thing.
I know. Well, but she still did the cast. She still
Sleep.
cast the spell. Yeah,
Mhm.
Kai will say that the second statement. I think for sure.
Sure, absolutely.
If you're a Jow, you know that.
Alright, who wants to wake the sleeping babies?
Dolma will
Unless
be
we're-
the criminal and wake the babies.
Unless we're going to sit here for an extra 2 hours listening
fuck
to
no.
people.
We need to talk to Kip.
I mean, Kip is probably going to stay here for the 2 hours.
I know. Why don't we all just take a nap?
I mean, we can.
We're Drow, we can't take naps.
Kai would start meditating.
You have a sending stone. You can just talk to Kip anytime you want.
Well,
that's
if we're
true.
in the same room, we can just, or Arthur can just telepathically say, "Hey, we're gonna go talk to dead people."
Oh, yes, I was able to set that up. Talk to Arabella. And wonderfully done. Tell Ashu that.
Okay.
And give her my apologies. Celine and I had no idea Sheem would try that. We don't know what her goal is. It's unusual. And she should not have been ambushed like that.
I think her goal is being mean.
What a bitch!
Alright, let's head out.
Okay.
So you all head out. Ashu, well done. Your guild has been formed.
Oh boy.
Yeah, or
Nice.
we'll clap for you after you get out of the room.
I will get with you at a session at some point and kind of go over some of the details. I'm not going to make you like micromanage everything. There's
I
going to be
wouldn't mind, to be perfectly frank.
got you. Well, then
I-
tell you what, give me some time to put some things together.
Yeah.
There will be money granted to you from the city and all that, but it's not going to go to party gold or anything. It'll be specifically for needs of the guild.
Yes.
Oh man, is Fran here?
Yeah, Fran will be waiting for you outside when you guys leave.
Or he will say, Fran, you beautiful person.
Fran,
Right as we see her,
magnificent.
Golma just like slow claps.
Oh, I'm glad you like that. I just that drow is being a bitch. And, I liked your proposal, and I've been at the Temple of the Gods for going on a decade now, and it's nice, but it might be fun to have a fresh start. I
Well, we can
mean,
get you a
assuming you'll
wonderful
actually hire me. I do have good credentials, though.
I expect so much from you, and I will try my hardest for one compensation, which, to be perfectly frank, even though that lady may have steamed few people, she definitely helped out more than she hindered. The people who are for this guild seem to be giving a lot more than the people who are against it.
Jesus Christ, I just went back to the channel. So much things I missed. She nods. Well, in any case, it'll be fun. I'm going to go back to the Temple of the Gods and give my 2 weeks notice. Wait, this isn't a thing. They don't have 2 weeks notice here. We haven't corporatized Averton.
This
could.
isn't right to work. School.
I'm going to give
I'll give him a
my
heads
notice.
up.
I
Give him
will
a-
quit for you.
I'm gonna punch my boss in the dick. I've
So
been
you
wanting
guys
to
all-
do that for 2 decades.
You all walk back to the Temple of the Gods together, and anything you guys talk about on the way, or
Sure. Well done for putting Sheem in her place. Gosh, that was so good.
I should probably mention I may have spoken with Sheem one-on-one at some point.
Fucking what? You know what? Never mind.
I did see you
Is
randomly point at her.
Is
Yes.
this going to bite us in the ass?
Well, I'd made it very clear to her that no one else was suspicious of her, except for me. I was hoping to crack her, make her cave. She was sloppy tonight, it was interesting. So I think maybe it's having some sort of effect. Or maybe this is her master plan all along.
Expose herself?
Yes, to what she really is. I told her that she is not a drow.
What?
I've heard you're not supposed to expose yourself. You're supposed to wear pants for that.
That-
Oh, Arthur.
that's only advice, sweetheart. You can take.
Okay.
no,
Arthur
that's
takes off his
not.
pants.
No.
Speaking of noticing my friends, I've also noticed as she walks up real close to Arthur and leans towards him,
What?
I noticed some people weren't paying more attention than others, and then
I had
goes
to
over to Tom.
Dolma like whips around like, are you serious? I was putting my heart and soul into that and you just fell asleep? Honestly.
I fell asleep before you started playing.
So what's
Makes
your
it better.
excuse after I started?
I slept through it.
I didn't really get much
Squint.
sleep last night.
Oh, Arthur.
Got
Arthur, are
bed
you going to be
earlier.
able to make it
Well-
for the rest of the day?
I
Oh.
stayed in the basement. So it was just stones. So I stayed
time
up
is
all
it?
night watching the mirror.
There's a bed down there.
Yeah, and Maggie slept in it. What?
That you
Sleep
can.
next
There's
to her.
plenty of room on that.
Isn't that rude?
Only if she
Depends.
says no.
Yeah, you gotta get consent, I suppose, but
I don't know if Arthur is old enough to sleep in a bed with another woman.
He's in his 40s.
Well, but does that translate from, look at him? And Kai will, go over and, pinch his cheek.
He looks like 20.
Look how precious and young he is.
Look at the himbo. No, sorry.
look at this himbo slaps him. This bad boy can pick so many innocents.
Oh my god.
Do you wish that Maggie is your mate?
What?
Oh, okay, Kai. No.
That's not.
Hi, you can have cuddle buddies.
I'm too young for that.
I don't know when. I am sorry. I need to know more about dragons.
Oh my god. Dulma just walks over to Arthur, puts an arm around his shoulders, just you don't need to be anyone's mate. Girlfriends, however.
Oh god.
Or boyfriends, whatever you want. Or if you don't want anything, you don't have to be pressured into it. However, sleeping on rocks suck.
It does.
Next time, just ask if you can sleep on the bed with her.
Okay.
Or at least a pillow.
Yeah.
Or blanket.
I didn't want to be rude.
Or a bedroll. Or literally anything.
If someone wanted to sleep in the same bed as me, I would think that they would want to be my mate.
I'm with
That's
her.
Thank you.
Clarifications are for.
Kai, when do you ever actually lie down to rest when you trance?
I probably
I've never
did
seen
that
you do that.
probably a few years ago.
It was a phase.
You never do that. You always
Arthur.
just sit up.
You seem like a nice young lad and kind of innocent, so let me give you a tip.
She pulls out a cigarette from her mouth.
Watch their eyes. If they can't take them off you and they want to sleep in the same bed, then make a move.
No!
Yeah, Dulma immediately puts the caveat, this does not apply to Maggie. She studies you like a hawk.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, does she? Are you sure it doesn't apply then?
She just looks over at Fran. If you met Maggie, you'd know.
She just shrugs.
I'm sure I will.
One day.
Does Kai still have the sending stone?
Yeah.
She'll quick send a message to
Kip.
well, she's assuming Kip. Did you talk about the birds and the bees with your brother?
That's not his job.
Why would I talk to him? No, that I have parents for that.
There's some really bad advice going on over here, Kip. You should probably talk to him later.
Oh my
what?
I am giving perfectly solid advice. Thank you. I can't hear
No one
that.
else
In the
can
middle
hear
of a
this.
council meeting. I can't just tell him to just make sure he keeps his pants on.
Kai will slowly
for?
put the stone back down. If you keep your pants on while you sleep together, I think it is okay.
Okay.
Do you know how cold it is in that basement? You would know how cold it is in that
Yes!
basement. There's no way he's going to take it.
Rocks are cold.
Fran, walking forward, goes, trousers have flies for a reason.
You see Kai slowly go for the stone and then stops herself.
Jesus Christ.
I don't think Arthur's pants has flies.
No, it
That was
doesn't.
weird if there was a zipper.
Well, that sounds like a him problem, doesn't it?
That sounds like a himbo problem.
Oh, you beat me to it.
Ah, shit.
as Ishu is silent, just walking forward.
All right,
going,
She's just like these horny ass kids. Jesus Christ.
this is
yes.
what my party is.
Because Fran, such a child.
Right?
I still, Fran just
mhm.
needs a cigarette at all times.
While you guys walk back to the Temple of Gods, let me grab a drink real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab one too, actually. And purse.
Fran smokes Vogue. $10.
Black and white.
I like that little diversion. It was funny.
That right there. A shoe just off in the distance, like, I poured my heart and soul into this guild, and all y'all can think about is fucking. This is not the sensory experience I'm trying to capture.
I mean, I think Ty's in the doghouse. Sorry, Squee?
I said, a shoe better get ready for that. If she's going to start recording individual people's experiences, everyone wants to talk about that.
Oh shit, we're gonna be a porn guild.
So no one's allowed to tell Dolma's parents about this.
We
Ever.
can't be the mysterious maiden of the Siren Sea. We have to come up with a snappier name for our guild.
Starry Sea. Starless Sea?
Starless.
Something. It
Starry
changes every
Eye.
time.
Yeah, the mysterious maiden of the Starry Seas.
Also, history of sexuality is super fun to study, so just say.
Yep. Oh, Kinsey, that had to be so hard for you. It was hard for me. I wanted to smack Sheem, and she's my NPC.
Yep.
I was just thinking, I just kept thinking, Kaino.
Oh, hell no.
Especially
Okay.
in medievalist, where it's like, most of what we have is the nobles, and we don't want that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I love how she was just like, yeah, you're spitting in the face of these people who already do so much work. And it's like, yeah, she's doing
busy.
She's focusing on something completely different from what there are. It's just, what?
She would defund the education system.
It's almost like she has an agenda or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
She's a bitch.
So, you make your way. Is everyone here?
I think so.
Yeah. Should we roll?
Sure. Everyone roll me a d20.
No, I got a kitty on my lap.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
fine. No, I'll consider that as verbal rolling.
Yeah.
Dang it, Arthur, you can't roll the same thing as me. Now one of us has to change.
All right. No, roll
Only
off.
if we sleep in
Arthur
the
and
same bed.
Arthur and Arit, roll off.
Holy shit.
Well, I guess
Ori
it's back
just
to the
came out of the
basement.
door.
I am sorry, Arthur. Orit is the most ready.
No, come back and let me love you.
Says Fran. Actually, no, she doesn't need to say that.
So you make your way to the Temple of the Gods, and Fran goes, "Well, thank you for walking me back. But, oh, right, you had a thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to still talk with dead people.
Right.
That's when you talk with the Black Hand. I'll be after.
Right. They don't typically come here very often. And it's the Black Staff.
Well, you need a hand for the staff.
It's not black. Well, actually, she kind of is.
She's technically, yeah.
Yeah, actually. Well, never mind. I mean, you're not wrong.
Very technically.
It's the Gray Hands are so it's weird.
Gray?
Or the Gray Hands are what you are part of. Force Gray is like the Navy SEALs of that group, and the Black Staff is Vidra, who is the Vadra, who is the head, and does.
I am not going to remember that.
See, this is why Jarlaxle just named the group after himself.
Right.
And there's the off-white robe. Mm.
What do they do? Sanitation.
The beige socks.
Mm.
The cream trousers.
So you guys make your way inside. Arthur did get informed to talk to Arabella, who Fran actually suggested as well.
Yeah.
I do not have her picture in Roll20 because it was in Fantasy Grounds. Which is
Well-
very sad.
I vaguely remember what she looks like. She
Theater
had
of
some
the
blood on
mind.
her apron.
Yes.
Luckily, Criana has a cheat sheet of all the NPCs.
Oh!
I do too. I have all of them in my notes online. I just don't have their pictures. I'll probably get it real quick. Yeah, no, by all means, please.
Actually, I shouldn't because it's only
ALS.
like a part of the picture. So it's not the whole thing.
Right here. Let me grab Arabella real quick. Ardenfell. Arabella. A San Francisco tree. Where is she?
Mhm.
There she is. Yeah, let me just snip this real quick. Snippity snap. I will save this into Ardenfell. So you guys make your way to the back of the temple. And as you approach what is the hospital / morgue of the Temple of the Gods, Arabella sees you and walks over to you. Yes, I was informed you'd be coming. This way. And she will lead you back to a separated section, like a little room in the back. And inside you see... Give me a second. Let me pull this up. So much multitasking. You see 3 figures. You see the corpse of Dalakar. And you see 2 other people who, from your deductions, looked like they were stalking him and killed by the blast.
One of them with like the tattoo of the winged snake.
Correct. Correctamundo. So she looks at you. She goes, "All right. Well, I can cast this. Hang on. Let me take a look at a character sheet. Oh no, she can't cast it. She needs to go get a healer. She is not. No, wait. No, she is. I changed her. She can cast it twice.
She's
Sorry.
very strong.
When I first created her, she was just a medic, but I realized that made no sense if she worked in the Temple of the Frickin' Gods.
Yeah.
So she is a cleric.
Sorry, how long will this last?
Well, the spell itself is a bit specific. I can... Well... She kind of straightens her skirt and she says, basically, there's not exactly a time limit on it, though it only lasts... Well, it lasts for 10 minutes, more than enough time than what you would need. I can cast the spell, and you would be able to ask the corpse up to 5 questions. But keep in mind, you will not necessarily be speaking to the person themselves, only the last remaining wisps of who they once were. They'll only know what they knew in life, which means that they can't answer questions they wouldn't have known. And they can only answer in languages that they knew. I will warn you that the answers do not... They must speak honestly, but they are not forced to answer you. And often when they do answer, their answers are brief, sometimes even cryptic. But you can glean useful information from it. Also, you can't tell it anything. It can't learn anything new, so don't even try. Simply ask your questions.
Doma looks at a shoe.
Since we are going to be asking 5 questions and it has to be very specific, does anyone have any very specific questions they want to ask?
This isn't a question I want to ask the individual. I want to ask you guys, what was the name of our
friend here, the one who was running towards us to give us
Delacar.
Dalakar, right. Okay, good. That would be a bad use of one of our questions to ask him what his name is. But I would like to know what he was coming to tell us. Or maybe what he was running from.
We would have to be very specific since I don't think he knows that who us are. We'd have to ask him specifically.
Oh, right.
Something along the lines of, what were you going to tell Lady Celine's thing? Whatnot. I don't know the common word.
Lackeys.
Yeah.
Employees.
Minions.
Fabulous.
Employee sounds better.
Employees
Go
of
first.
the Lord's Alliance?
Go first. Rogues. Infiltrators.
I mean, I am.
spies.
Okay.
I would
question.
personally want.
Criminals.
You
Go
got
ahead,
it.
Mackenzie.
No, that was me trying to get us back on track. So you were doing exactly that.
I would personally like to ask him generally what items he had on him, because if he could list off the items that he had, then we can deduce what was taken from him.
Yeah.
Since he is not going to know exactly what was taken from him since he died, but if we ask him what he had on him and already knows because he went through all of his pockets and such, then we can figure out what is missing.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Who were you running from was one of them, right?
Yes, like something along those lines, like what were you running from? And we wanted to try to ask, what were you going to tell Lady Celine's informants? He was our informant. Lackeys? What
Agent?
would you... Agents? Agent seems better.
The agents of Lady Celine?
Yeah, that seems better. Agents of Lady Celine.
Okay.
Okay.
Any other?
2 questions.
I mean, we're at 3 questions, actually.
We're at 3. He also had sewage on his boots. I want to ask him something along the lines of, what sewer entrance and exit did he take?
Good one.
And I guess maybe the obvious one is, does he know where the stone is? Like, not do you know where the stone is, because he could just say yes and then not tell us, but like, where is the Mind Stone? It has a name. I'm sorry. It's a Mind Stone in my heart.
Yeah.
Like that? I'm typing in the Discord chat the question.
Yeah. I'm looking. Those are my things. Anyone else?
The answers don't have to be just simple yes or no, correct? They can be just
They don't
big.
have to.
They're not yes or no, but they tend to be short and kind of cryptic.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then my question is just
Not
dumb.
always, but they can be.
No, my question is just dumb because it can be like, what information do you have to tell us? A lot.
Yeah. You have to be very, very specific.
Yeah. What?
Like they could, but I mean,
Do you have the information to tell us? Yes.
Yeah, I think that's why it's, what information did you want to tell the agents of Celine in the end?
Yeah.
That's how I worded that.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
So, for the chat's sake, it was, what items did you have on you? Who were you running from? What information did you want to tell the agents of Celine in the inn? What sewer entrance / exit did you take? Where exactly is the Mind Stone?
The Stone of Galore, if you need the actual name. Here, I'll put it in chat.
Yeah, can you type it so that way I can, put it in my...
Galore!
There we go.
We've got
Copy and
stones
paste.
galore!
Stones galore!
Yay!
I was wondering if any of the other players found it surprising that Wind Lady left her Wind Temple Lady place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually.
Well, I was there when you did your thing, so...
Yeah, she was there when you rolled your nat 20 persuasion.
Yeah, I was there when you rolled your nat 20 to Wind Lady to be like, oh, yes, you know what? You're right, Issue. I will go outside.
Is this something we're gonna see?
Nope.
Damn it!
I'm sorry. I was only there because I had my solo thing to do that wasn't very solo.
But basically, long story short, Ashu went to different factions trying to garner support for this idea and rolled a nat 20 when trying to persuade Falconmare. And she's like, I haven't left in a long time, but I think this might be worth it.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's real cool.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be nice if we could see it, though.
Nope! Or would you like me to show them all of yours, Criana?
They can see mine. I don't care.
No.
You're that parent that thought they found the exact question that would work.
Yep.
And then it didn't.
Nope.
All right. Are these good? Does anyone want to change anything? Does anyone want to add their own?
I think it's fine.
Question 5. Sheem, a bitch, right?
Oh, hell yeah. Dies.
We already know the answer to that, Squee.
Yes, but confirmation's a good thing.
Yeah, you need
Tell-
validation.
We asked Dalakar what is Sheem's true name, and Dalakar somehow knows.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
True name.
shit.
Oh, you guys still on that? You think she's the demon, huh?
She sure as fuck is.
I
She
mean,
has
she
to
might
be.
Unless I get information otherwise, I'm gonna go with that. And I'm gonna put my heart and soul into finding that bitch's name.
Oh my god, Piff!
Yeah, Piff,
How
that's
you
very
doing?
good.
Question 6, how you doing? Question 7, that good, huh? Because you can only ask 5 questions.
Do you want to? Do you have another casting as well? Do you want to talk to, or do you want to do this first and then focus on the next?
Yeah.
I want to do
Yeah.
this first because what he answers may influence what questions we want to ask the other person.
Yeah.
Mhm. Gotcha. Makes sense. Give me 1 second here.
Ty will raise her hand
Spooky
to the
music,
party.
Sure, we can get some spooky music.
Okay, cool.
I got
Yes.
spooky music.
Yes, Ty. Question.
It's been a while since I've talked to dead people. Can I talk to the dead person?
Absolutely. As she's saying that, she glances around to make sure everyone else is cool with it.
As the DM remembers that she was talking to a dead person just last night.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you totally were.
Who?
What do you mean?
You.
Hi.
You drank the drink?
Yeah, you drank the drink and saw the thing. That was last
Sorry,
night.
Squee, she was drunk. She doesn't remember.
To be fair, that was essentially a hallucination, but also a ghost.
Uh-huh. It was both, but you were talking to the dead last night.
I did talk to the dead.
It's been a long time. God, you must do it very regularly.
Kai is just like wide-eyed, like, yes, it has been a long time.
Look, let's be real. Ty has ADHD.
And she doesn't know if that's actually a dead person.
This is fine. I just tried to put an elf to sleep again, so really, I have no room to talk.
Ty
So-
forgot she's a changeling, though.
Arabella casts the spell on Dalakar, and as soon as the spell finishes, Dalakar sits up. His eyes are still clouded over, one of them looking rolled back into its head, and it just sits there shallowly breathing, Arabella says, "You can ask your questions."
What was his name again? Sorry.
Delacar.
Delacar.
That is the first question.
That was Mackenzie.
That's why I asked beforehand!
Ty would lean forward and
There
be
you go.
very thank you. And be very, I could remember the amount of syllables and
No,
D
I
after.
understand. Yeah, it's a hard name.
And it's very dramatic and very seance psychic in performance. It's just Delacar, who were you running from?
I was chased by people with swords. I do not know who.
Out of character. I'm glad he ended that with, I don't know who, because if he just said, people with swords, I would have been so angry. What?
This spell sucks.
Yeah, it's just alright, you said cryptic, but this is bullshit.
This ain't Wish.
Uh,
Wish is where the DM is really supposed to give you a hard time.
Stupid wish.
okay. What information did you want to tell the ancients of Lady Selene in the inn?
Information. No. I sought protection.
Alright, fair.
You might want to do the first question before you do the last.
That's what I was going. I was doing those two first, and then I was going to the items.
Okay, cool.
So I realized the first two probably should have been the first ones. Delacar, what items did you have on you?
He hesitates for a moment. I had clothing and a pouch with 5 gems and the stone of galore.
Date it!
Oh, you had the fucking.
Oh!
No, you had the stone.
Well, that takes care of question 5. Gosh darn it.
That's what I wanted to make sure.
Fuck.
Now we have to change our last question.
I was gonna say, we might want to consider asking him why he was not why he was seeking protection, but why did he leave in the first place? Or I'm trying to figure out how to word it, if there's danger and that's why he left the sewer drain. You know what I'm saying? No one? Hello?
Yeah, I did.
On? Is this thing
Bueller.
on? Okay, cool.
Bueller.
Tap, tap, tap,
Bueller.
tap.
Hey, hello?
Bueller.
Bueller?
Okay, so one, for roleplay purposes, Ty just kind of looks at the party and is just kind of slapping her hand against the table.
Mm.
Just angrily.
Or read mouths the word.
Yeah.
So why did you want protection from us? Is that what you wanted me to ask?
No, well, I'm trying to think of how to word it, but yeah, because obviously he wants protection because he's getting chased, but I want to know what the sort.
You wanted protection from what? How about that?
He wanted protection from the men with the swords that he did not know.
Right, but why did he leave? Was there
I think-
danger from the sewer?
Also keep in mind, because it has been a while, that you guys would know this. Delacar was sent as an undercover agent into Xanathar's guild because Lady Selene was positive that Xanathar had the stone.
Mm-hmm.
Delacar was supposed to try and locate the stone, steal it if possible, but get information if not.
Mm-hmm. And then
So,
come back to us.
Mm-hmm.
So we can ask him, were you discovered by Xanathar?
Yeah, that's a good. Well, that's a yes or no question, but I guess that's better than.
I mean, that's a yes or no. If it's a yes, then we know we can look at
Who
Xanathar.
did you get the stone from?
Well, no, I see what you're saying. In other words, you're trying to say, if it's a yes, you know who the swordmen were. If it's a no, you don't know.
I'm curious as to maybe asking him, where did he find the stone?
I mean, we can also change, what sewer entrance if you guys want to.
I mean, we also have 5 questions after this one, technically.
Well,
We have
by
another
the-
guy.
by the
yeah, we have another
pursuer.
guy. Yeah.
We can't redo it on Dalakar. It's a one-time use, and then you have to wait
no.
for a while.
Was the other guy one of the people chasing him, or was it someone else? I can't remember.
It was one of his pursuers.
Okay, so then, if it's no, we can ask that question to him.
Yeah.
Or are we, so we confident Xanathar had nothing to do with this? Because,
I'm not confident that
No.
Xanathar has something to do with this, honestly,
Okay.
because
Did we
of
figure
this
out the
mug.
tattoo, or...
Hey, just for clarification, Squee, I just want to make this completely clear. The jewels that he had on him was from Lady Celine-Kip?
Yes and no. They were technically from them, but they were untraceable. It was his method of bribing and getting payments and stuff.
Yeah, it was his method of getting bribes. Also, we do know that Kip told us the group. He recognized the description of the tattoo, and he gave us a name. Why do I not have it here? Kip told us. It started with a Z.
You supposed to what?
Oh, I have it. Hang on. Hold up. Wait a minute. It's Zentarum?
Zentarum? That sounds about right.
What the Zentar?
Yeah.
What about the Zentarum?
The Zentarum is the gang that's competing with Xanathar.
Correct.
And that was the information that we got from Kip because we described the tattoo to him.
Correct. That tattoo was of the Zentarum.
Mm-hmm. I'm not entirely confident that Xanathar has it, quite honestly, because that elf, that drow spy, that was one of Jarlaxle's underlings, was all like, so does Lady Celine really think that Xanathar has the gem? And we were like, yes. And he went, how very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So, do we want one of the questions to be, where did you get the Stone of Glilor?
That's what I want to know, because then by that point we could probably trace who owned it previously.
Yeah, because any questions about who the pursuer are, we can also ask to the pursuer. Also, we still have 2 questions.
Well, you know who the pursuer was working for, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
don't necessarily need, unless we really want to know, did Xanathar discover you or something? But let's see, do we want to see where did you obtain the Stone of Glilor before we decide on the 5th question?
Yeah, I think that's good.
Okay.
And
I imagine
that's
this
good,
whole
too.
time, Dalakar's just.
Sorry, we're deliberating.
Just
Right,
off in the
spell last-
corner mumbling.
Spell lasts 10 minutes. You're fine. Go ahead.
Ty will look back to him and we'll go, Delacar, where did you obtain the Stone of Glilor?
From Xanathar's safe room.
Okay. Do we still want to ask the 4th one? Are we all cool with that, or does anyone want to ask something else?
What is your favorite color?
Color.
Oh my god.
What is the airspeed and velocity of a migrating swallow?
Of an unladen swallow.
Unrelated.
Oh, yeah.
African or European? Oh, I
Okay,
don't know
guys.
that.
Yeah, let's.
I
I'm
assume we're
cool
all
with-
good.
Yeah, I think we're good with the last question.
Okay. Delacar, what sewer exit did you take?
Xanathar's head cocks to the side.
Dalacar.
What did I say? Oh, Dalacar.
Oh shit!
Somewhere in the distance, Xanathar tipped his entire head.
There is an exit leading
From the northwestern part of the city, near the guardhouse by the wall.
Thank you, Dalakar. You can rest.
That fireball was fire.
Good job, sir.
No, he falls. And Arabella kind of shivers. I've never liked this spell. Did you learn anything useful at least?
Yes. Can I do the spell?
You don't have the skill to do the spell yet.
No, I don't.
No.
Eventually.
Know that?
Eventually.
Arabella says, well, if you devote yourself to a god and study for years, then perhaps...
My god doesn't seem to want me to study and more just improv.
There are some gods like that, yes.
Yes,
Well.
and them, quickly.
Do you want me to cast this on another one?
Yes. To the man with the tattoo. Okay. Are we going to deliberate about the questions for him too?
Honestly, not.
Nah, just fly off the cuff.
I got this! Okay.
The only thing I could
Who
think
are
of.
you?
Yeah.
The only thing I could think of.
I'm sorry, Glass.
The only thing I could think of asking is something along the lines of he got the information really quickly, I have to assume. To know that Dalakar probably had this gem. So I want to know, how did the other guild, who told him to go and get it?
Was his source.
Maybe ask him, what were his orders?
I mean, that's two questions. There's what were your orders and how did you know that Dalakar had the Stone of Galore?
Yeah.
Also, obviously, who are you, right? Right? We're using it for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm generally fine with that. Ask him
Who
if...
are you, or should it be what is your name? Because who are you? He literally could just be a man.
Yeah.
I am a meat popsicle.
Yeah, you are,
I
honey.
kill him again.
Stab him.
What's your Christian name?
Roll for initiative.
It's a very short initiative.
Name would probably be better. We should ask him if he had any knowledge of a fireball.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Any
if he
knowledge
did
that
not...
a fireball was going to be cast.
Yeah.
Because if you said,
'Cause
do
if
you have
you
any knowledge of a
didn't know-
fireball? It's yeah, it killed me, fuckers.
Because if he didn't know that a fireball was taking place, which seemed very likely, but I just want to be doubly certain, because then
You think he wouldn't have gotten caught up in it?
you think he wouldn't gotten caught up in it.
I was
And-
really acquainted for 0.3 seconds.
I was the one wearing the necklace that burned me.
Fireball. I'd never let such a thing kill me.
Oh, sweetheart, I have something to tell you.
And the fifth question should be, do you have a tattoo?
Sure.
No.
Glass and I said no for different reasons. Glass said no, that's a dumb question. I went the guy going, no, I don't. Within the 2 seconds between the fireball being cast and us going outside, someone tattooed on him. You want to leave the last one open and see how the other ones go?
Does number 2 work?
Sure, yeah, because I can't think of anything
You guys have,
currently.
you have 10 minutes from the time the spell's cast, so you can ask the questions and then determine the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because chances are we're going to change something anyways, because oops, plans don't go properly.
Did you have a partner? Would that be a good one, or
let's
no?
see. Let's see what the fourth question, or how the other questions are answered.
Okay.
So keep that in the back burner.
All right. Arabella casts the spell when you're ready, and the man with the tattoo sits up. One of his eyes was actually melted by the fireball. So there's nothing there on that socket.
Friend, what is your name?
My name is Wern Malcrave.
Malcrave. Yeah, Pip?
Joke second question. How do you spell that?
I
'Cause-
can't spell.
I just sign with an X. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Second question.
Malcrave, how did you know that Delacar had the Stone of Galore?
I did not know. All I knew was that Delacar had an artifact that Ustral Fluxen said would make us rich like kings.
Is that name familiar?
No, shouldn't be.
Is it a... Okay, if it's a criminal thing, can I roll?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, am I rolling history or am I rolling something else?
This would be history, sure.
Okay. Yeah, because there isn't really a good, like,
There's
criminal
not like a good...
underworld skill.
Yeah. There's no skullduggery skill.
Can I get advantage from being rogue or no?
No, because you're not familiar with Averton.
Okay, that's fair.
Mm-mm.
Nope, not in the slightest. Alright. I'll put that... Let's put that in the back burner for the fifth question, or do you want to respond to that immediately? Do I want to go on to the third question, guys?
I feel like we got his orders.
We
Oh,
pretty
yeah,
much
we did.
got his orders.
Oh yeah, now that you say that, yeah. Okay.
Then I also feel like the fourth question isn't going to do entirely too much, but it doesn't entirely.
It's a
hurt
good
to
yes or
ask.
no, just so we know if it's something
Who's a party, basically. Like,
Yeah.
we can rule out something.
if he says yes and he got fucked up, then we know there's not necessarily a second party.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If he says no, then there's a good chance there was a second party, or he was screwed over by his own party.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Alright. Malcrave, did you have any knowledge that a fireball was going to be cast?
No. I did not know.
Okay, we got two questions. Do we want to...
Did you have
Go.
any partners that were helping you to pull off this heist? This
He
robbery.
wasn't pulling off a heist.
This
he was-
That's why I said this
Yeah,
robbery
yeah.
right after.
Well, yeah.
Mugging? Would you like mugging?
No. I'm saying, yeah, that's the question you guys could ask. You do know that he's working with some guy named Ustral Floxen. You do know that there were 3 people chasing Delacar. 2 of them died, which are here, and 1 of them got away.
But we also, I'm curious to know if that,
If they were working together or all separate entities.
yes, working together,
Yeah.
all separate entities, or if that,
Perhaps.
you're right. Windbright?
You could
Perhaps.
Nimble, right?
Plus?
Perhaps we can do a kill 2 birds with 1 stone thing. We can ask who were your partners while you were trying to track down Delacar. Because then if he says I had no partners, then it'd be like, yes, no partners. But if he said, I had such and such with me and such, instead of just asking, did you have any partners, he could just say yes, and then we don't know.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
because
we
then
could-
if we can identify in other means the guy next to him, then we can be like, okay, it's this person we're after.
Mm-hmm.
Even then, if not, we have two people we can look. It's like, okay, one of them's in the morgue, the other one's out and about. That's still two people as opposed to infinite people.
And it would also be very interesting to know if we ask him who were your partners during chasing Dalakar, and he mentions the Nimblewright, and if like the Nimblewright was working with another party, like a double cross.
So you want to go, who were your partners while you were trying to track down Dalakar?
Mm-hmm. Because it kills two questions with one stone. Are we cool with that? I'm sorry, I'm taking a lot
No,
of.
this is perfect.
This is
I'm all for it.
brainstorming.
Yeah.
You're asking the right questions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay. Malcrave, who were your partners while you were trying to track down Dalakar?
I was working with Beshik, Ortalis, and Ustralfluxen.
Ooh, interesting.
Okay.
Okay, one question. I think I'm beating you to it, Pip, sorry.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to type down all this stuff.
Yeah, what information do we still feel like we need?
That fireball was fucking rad, wasn't it?
That shit was fire, yo.
Curious.
Lit.
The only thing I can think of is if he knows of a place to get a necklace of fireball.
Actually, should we ask, do you guys have a safe house?
Oh! Yes. That's a good one. That's
We
a
should
very
ask
good one.
Polly specifically, like, where is your safe house?
Where is your
Yeah.
safe house, or where were you going to sell the merchandise?
That's two separate questions, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The safe
Which
house
one
is
would
real
we
good,
think
though.
more important?
Because, like, here's the thing, even if they sell it, if we can find the person, then maybe we can figure out from there. Also, it's a Stone of Galore. If that hits the market, that's gonna cause...
It's already like a really hot area
Yeah.
right now. I don't think they're going to sell
Oh,
it so
guys,
soon.
guys, you know that people who are looking for this stone aren't trying to sell it. They're trying to get to it so they can find out the location of the treasure hoard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you could technically, I guess, sell it for information. You know, theoretically, but
Whatever price it would be wouldn't be worth what's in that hoard,
Well, I mean,
as long as you can get to it.
according to what Lady Celine seems to think.
yeah, well, see, here's the thing. These guys are all a part of a gang. These guys
No, they
are...
have riches. Sorry, Burn, I interrupted you.
These...
Wait, no, I get it now. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Nope, I'm just thinking out loud too loudly. Sorry.
These guys are part of a gang, so they obviously have somebody that they answer to. They wanted to get rich quick. So I would imagine that they were trying to either offload the product and get it out of their hands, or get it to their boss so that their boss would pay them. That's where my mind is. Because I don't see these random people knowing about the treasure hoard, or, like, because they just knew about an artifact. They didn't know
Yeah.
specifically it was this stone.
Yeah. So we can try to ask one of two questions that would either put us in a place where basically we might find more information, or we can basically try to find meetup dash drop off dash whatever the flip, to try to be more like assertive if you guys want to jump directly in there. Depends.
Yeah.
I don't. With everything that happened, and considering that they didn't know that a fireball was going to happen, I'm assuming this dude probably hightailed it and hid somewhere. So either he went to hide out in the Gain hideout, wherever the Gain hideout is, or like a safe room. I don't think he's going to sell it so soon, even if he wanted to, like, even if he didn't know what he had.
Yeah.
You're right.
I feel like maybe going to the Gain headquarters sounds more liable to happen instead of a safe room.
So, kind of worded like, do you have a place to safely hide out?
That's a yes or no.
Where were you planning to hide out afterwards?
That is more direct. I could see that working.
Because even if the answer is no, we were planning to sell it, that helps that too. But
Why don't you ask him if he thinks that's a good question?
no joke, Ty would.
I don't mind which one we want to do. I just think that this is a good direction. Because finding out where they were going to hide out is a great one. Finding out if they were planning on selling it or handing it over to their boss is another good one. Like that vein of information is good.
Hideout, at least we could maybe get information from that physical location about the second, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm for the hideout.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not to argue the one I suggested, but also.
No, I think it's good.
Okay.
I concur.
All right, 5th question.
Malcrave, where were you planning to hide out afterwards?
Ardenfell.
We should have saw that one coming in hindsight.
Yeah, that's exactly where we saw the guy.
But
Well, it's fine. We now know
We got confirmation.
exactly.
yeah, we got
Yeah, it's not a
confirmation.
question wasted. For the second I heard that, I'm like, oh yeah.
It could have been something behind the villa.
Yeah, now we
it's
know it is.
at Villa.
Yeah, it's still a good question. It's still a good
Is
answer.
Villa.
We didn't know if he was specifically going to go inside the villa or if he was just kind of going around it. So
Yeah,
it's still,
now we know it's it.
Now we know
yeah,
it's
I'm not regretting.
definitely.
I'm not regretting it all. It's just also, oh yeah, I didn't consider that when I said safe house.
Yeah, maybe we should have asked him why that one dude had the necklace on him. Oh well.
I have no regrets on the questions we asked.
No, I don't have any regrets either. That was just
Actually,
something
you guys asked really good questions, yeah.
Yeah. Ty will look at him and go, "You can now rest."
What kind of money?
What kind of money?
Did he hit her, Mark?
Oh.
Alright, Arabella goes, alright, well, that's all the castings I have.
Thank you.
Of course. Good luck.
Bring in another cleric. We need more questions.
Line of them.
I'll let you guys know right now. You asked really good questions. You pretty much got all the info you could.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Like there was one. It was hilarious because like there's one really important piece of information you guys were waffling on. Like, should we do hideout? Should we do this? And I'm sitting there like knowing one's gonna get you this information.
Oh.
And I'm just like, can't talk.
Can only grunt.
All right. So a recap. You guys now know that that either Ustral Floxen or Bashik or Talus was the one that survived. You know that they got the Stone of Galore from Dalekar because of your clever questioning. You know that they were headed towards Groland Villa, and you know that that is their hideout. You also know that the Nimble Right is somewhere in this town, and that it may or may not have been working with or against them, and you have a way of detecting them. So it looks to me like you have 3 choices. Find Nimble Right, figure out what you want to do with the information you just gained, or go back to the inn and let the authorities take care of it.
Shoot them!
Shit,
Back to
dude.
the end.
I mean, we can.
We literally can't because you did the thing.
What? Because I did the thing? What'd I do?
Isn't this connected to the journal in like a long way, or am I going crazy?
Oh, no, it is.
Yeah. So we literally
Definitely
can't.
that stone.
Yeah.
I mean, we could give up. I'm just kidding, obviously, but yes.
Sheem is happy, and we can't let Sheem be happy.
You're right. Fuck her.
I don't know. I think Sheem's probably pretty fuming at the moment.
I mean, she would be happy if we just went, alright, authorities, you can take over.
Whoop, whoop, whoop,
Man,
whoop,
what
whoop, whoop.
funds does Sheem have? Dang. She just puts down like a little silver piece, going, here you go, this is all I have. All of my monies.
Please, sir,
Please,
don't take
sir.
all the silver coin.
A
And then a
singular
shirt.
silver coin.
A shoe puts down a gold coin and says, for you, so that way you can buy better insults.
Whoa! Wow. Okay, so our choices are to the Nimbarite, Grahan Villa, and what's the third one?
Stay at the inn. Basically.
And
we
we
have
have be good civilized citizens.
I suggest going to the villa while having the spinny gun thingy out because
Hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna say, didn't we tell our detective buddy that the villa was a point of interest?
Yes.
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 yes, we did.
Yeah, that's problematic.
Yup.
It's problematic, but we can also tell him legitimately that we were contacted to find something. So we have a big giant gun thing, and if that starts spinning,
Yep.
Just like, oh, you're doing an investigation? Oh, we're doing an investigation? Oh, the fireball? Oh, no, we're looking for a robot.
Looking
I'm
for
just-
a small robot.
I'm just saying, this
and
might be a good time to come up with some disguises.
So, if you guys want, there's 2 ways we can do this. We've just crossed the 2-hour mark. How's everyone doing? Everyone good?
I'm fine.
People need to go.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going, I have to leave after this, but like that can be any time after this, so.
Gotcha. All right. Well then, take some time to delegate or deliberate on what you want to do next, and
Wait.
either we'll spend the rest of the time figuring that out, or if it doesn't take too long, we'll continue.
I mean, we could do disguises.
Oh my god.
Right?
Yes.
He is a master at figuring out lies. So if we lie and say we are this people, he's gonna know that we're lying. But like,
I mean, it's not like it's his job or anything. God.
What if you dress like him?
excuse
Really?
me.
Yeah!
I'm
can.
the real Blastwind.
No, I am the real Fartwind. No, wait, shoot.
Fart.
But guys, Ty technically can if she can figure out the changeling.
I mean, yeah,
Good.
it's such a
could.
good power.
You know what we can do, Tyburn? Because I also have alter self. We can have Orit change into him. We can have Tyburn change into him. Then we can have Kai as illusionary.
Dolma also has disguised self.
You know what's
There we
funny?
go.
So does Ty.
Wait, you all have disguised self and shit?
I have disguise self because cleric.
Oh,
But
there
I'm
we
also
go.
a
It's perfect.
changeling.
But what about a shoe, though?
A shoe waves.
And you is grandma.
Listen, it's not like we're gonna be going up to him and being like, "Oh, yes, we're investigating." We're just gonna be the back people in the background. Maybe he notices us. Maybe we're part of the club of cool kids.
You just really want to disguise, and I respect that.
Guys are fun.
Let's
back to when Keen and Finn were the fake married couple.
Oh my god, yeah. I still feel so bad for being such an asshole to Finn.
That's okay.
Also, not the worst thing to disguise ourselves not because of dude, but because an enemy could be like, I know who those people are, and then they will know us.
And they want the same thing that I do. So
yes!
I'm going to follow them.
Hey, it's
so
okay.
If we do get caught by the dude, it's like, dude, this is a dangerous area. We know it is dangerous. We don't want to be...
I mean, yeah.
We don't want to be mixed up in anything. That's why we had these... You think this would fool you?
I like that if we get caught, we're just like, oh, we knew this wouldn't fool you. We're trying to fool other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. When I think about it. Yeah, I think about it. I'm like, no, that is what our party would say.
Yeah.
It's like a legit thing.
Let's do the Sherlock Holmes
thing. Find the cat.
Yay!
Let's do the Sherlock Holmes thing. And I can actually be in my disguise this time.
Yay!
Hell yeah.
And then there was a shoe.
And the shoes there.
And the shoes there.
We need to figure out something to do. Would you want to wear the purple cloak?
We have, like, a lot of things. We could just pile on just clothes.
Yeah.
You know what?
Whatever
Sometimes
works.
mundane-
Pile that shit on.
You guys overlapped quite a bit. What?
Yeah.
I said sometimes mundane is the best. I don't know what Doma said, I'm sorry.
Like, honestly, it would be, you could, wear the purple cloak, and, like, have some kind of face covering, like a veil. And that would be probably perfect. Maybe with a fancy dress.
Ooh.
Like the one from the opera.
I mean, if a shoe carries an opera dress just randomly in her backpack, I guess.
Oh,
She has a-
what if a shoe's a noble from out of state?
Out of state.
Specifically out of state.
Out of state. That's why she's wearing, like, she's covering her face, like, oh no, she's from Windfall Island. She's the queen of the island.
Oh my god.
I have paints. I could always paint over her face.
She can make her eyes look like dragons!
Can she?
That's not how
Yeah.
it works. Oh, yeah, you can.
She
Yeah.
can!
She
I thought
can
you
for a
meant-
minute.
Oh.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah, she has thaumaturgy.
Yeah, this happened in the first
Oh.
episode.
It's a racial.
Dude, I completely forgot about that. That's perfect.
Because I think that was in response to Kai. I think it was Kai saying, nobody can
Oh,
do Dragon
man.
Eyed. And then a shoe did it, and then I'm sitting there going, Kai could technically do that too, and no one would know.
Okay, so to sell it, if you want to speak Draconic, Arthur can just telepathically tell you what to say.
a shoe holds up a hand. She speaks Draconic at you.
Okay, fine. I'm sorry.
Since I was going to be sticking with you for so long, I thought I would brush up on something I always wanted to.
Is
You
that
learned a
new?
language in a week?
A month?
It
In
was
a
a month. Yes. I've learned a few others. A lot of languages actually link up with each other.
You know, oddly, the idiom "don't play with fire" is nowhere in Draconic language.
Surprising.
I love this. I really do.
So what we could do is that we could just have a cloak over a shoe, and we can paint some fake scales on her face.
Oh my god.
Make her look
Yes.
more dragony.
I love
I love
this.
Is there humanoid dragon things? Is that a thing?
There's Dragonborn.
You've seen Kip.
Oh, okay.
Well, no. He's talking about Dragonborns.
Oh.
And like, actually, because like you look at like Kip and all those other people, they look like either people or dragons, not dragon people.
Oh, you're
Yeah, you're
trying to
right.
disguise like the horns and everything is like.
There are Dragonborns in this world. Let me show
We
you.
met
real
one.
quick.
Just,
Yeah, there's
just
one in
recently.
one of the shops, the bookshop.
Well, we also met the one in the Inspired Hands.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
true. Though to be fair, I mean, give me a second. They look more like this, so not quite.
Yeah, it's a little extra lizardy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, they're very lizardy. But I have
I would
paint.
be a snoot.
Mhm.
Not sure if I can snoot.
Mm.
That'd be
Well,
rough.
it depends on how well they rolled the disguise kit.
Just have like an animatronic mouth.
Yeah. Hey, they did it for Ninja Turtle.
Spirit Dumblethorpe. She's gotta have something.
God.
Oh my
I
god.
feel like that take a fair bit of time.
You're
Yeah, I feel like we're going
whoa,
way
whoa,
too hard
hold-
on these
hold-
costumes.
hold on. You're telling me that Spirit Dumblethorpe has never cosplayed in her life? I do not believe that.
Oh my god, she's
do
a
not believe it.
convention junkie.
She would go to every single convention, and she would cosplay each and every one. Point. And check. Mate.
I didn't realize
Roasted.
they had conventions.
We could be thinking about this all wrong. We don't have to disguise the fact that a shoe isn't a tiefling. We have to disguise the fact that this is the particular tiefling that they're looking for.
Yeah, as long as she's wearing a veil, as long as she's wearing a cloak, and maybe a nice dress. If you just paint her her face, her hands, maybe her feet, the same shade.
Yeah, we could paint
We're
her
looking.
skin a different color.
Yeah, we're looking for a purple-skinned tiefling, and that's not a shoe.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is definitely the more simpler approach. More simpler? Or simple approach.
Yeah, no, that works.
And with the Ardenfell plague covering your face is just maintaining good social discipline.
Ardenfell
I wanna die.
I thought we destroyed that back in the first one. Or at least the human one.
Yeah, but I had nothing else. The joke wouldn't work if I said COVID.
I mean, you could have.
After what?
We just talked about conventions, dude.
Yeah.
Comic-Con exists, but COVID-19 doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. They have
Which I mean,
Con.
yes. Okay, I'll be honest, I am actually crashing now that I think about it. I probably got like 15 minutes in me.
Well,
Like,
why don't we go ahead and do this? That way, you guys can take your time and figure out exactly how you want to go about doing this. And we can start next session just with like, okay, everyone's disguising. This is what's going on. Make your rolls and let's go.
Yeah,
I
if we
feel
were
like
just doing disguises, I would be fine, but at the idea of actually starting to go into the villa, I'm like, no, I don't have the energy for that.
It might be good to just real quick get through our disguises so we can go just straight off into.
I'm fine with that
doing
too.
action
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's do
next
that.
session, yeah.
All right. So who's doing spells?
Thaumaturgy has changed my goddamn eyes.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me do it this way. Who's doing disguise self or alter self?
That depends on a lot of things.
Gotcha. Kinsey?
So, what I think would probably happen is Ty would be like, just out of character description, because I feel like this would have to be replaced with being like, alright, so apparently I'm a changeling. I should try to figure this out. And either she figures it out, or she accidentally does disguise self.
Roll me an intelligence or wisdom, your choice.
Because that's just how all her spells have been going so far. Is her being like, I want to do this, and then the spell happens.
So your choice, it can be wisdom or intelligence. Roll me a check.
I'm sure both of those are bad. I guess I'll do intelligence. Thank you, Doma, for the inspiration.
Boop, boop, beep, doop.
I guess for sake of roleplay, because this
Here,
is
girlfriend, I trust that you can figure out how your body works.
because this is technically would be a big moment for Ty if she.
It would be.
It would
Yeah,
be.
so it has to be roleplay. We can't just roll it immediately. So just be like, are we doing this in the building? We're in the temples of the gods.
Let's not do it at the
Yep.
temple.
At the receptionist desk, as Fran clears out her drawers.
I mean, we
I mean,
can
yes,
go back to the Sleepy Dragon. and
Actually, you know what's
figure that out.
closer? Is the Emerald Enclave.
Yeah?
Do we want to head over there?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, because the Emerald Enclave and also the villa's on this side of the river too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we're already on the side of the villa.
Yeah, so we might as well go to the Emerald Enclave instead.
Yeah, as long as you guys, or Squeeze specifically, as long as you're okay with me saying that Arthur was hauling all of the Verdant Vanguard stuff the entire time.
Yeah, sure. You just haven't used it, but you have it. Sure.
Yeah, okay. Then yeah.
We could always duck into an alleyway. too.
No. I mean, yes, but also. Gone close right
Well,
there.
yes, but also no.
So, sorry to shut you down.
So,
No.
you guys make your way to the Emerald Enclave, and as you arrive, there's a gust of wind. Well, I think that went rather splendidly, all things considered. Well done, Ashu.
Thank you. And you did spectacularly. I didn't even know you had an ability to form into a humanoid shape.
Oh, you mean this? And she forms into the same wind elemental humanoid shape. I can at will. I just haven't done so in such a long time.
She smiles a bit. Well, I hope it was, I hope the leaving your abode was not a negative feeling, at least not too much.
It was draining, but it was also an experience.
I definitely appreciate what you've done back there.
Of course, you deserved it. And I will make good on my pledge to donate some funds to help. If anything, well, that vote was harder than it should have been.
She smiles a bit. Well, if it was too easy, I'd be questioning the city, to be perfectly frank.
A wise stance to have. Now, come in, have lunch.
Fuck, it's lunchtime.
Yes, have some.
Good.
You pick up a piece of lettuce, roll.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Or disguise
And
lettuce.
she'll say, Melanor, we have guests. And Melanor Fellbranch will come out. Ah, yes, I heard that things went well. Please, come in, sit down. I will bring food.
Can I pick up a cat?
Sure.
Just pick up a
Roll
cat.
roll me an animal handling check.
Oh, dang.
I want to. Well,
Roll me an animal handling check.
I want to try.
Okay, Kai, roll me an animal handling check.
is Dolma gonna try this time?
Uh.
I remember last time she wasn't able
I don't
to.
know, her pride's still pretty wounded, but it is for a good cause. By a good cause, I mean holding a cat.
Wow.
Wow.
So is Doma rolling?
I would like to support this. Oh, there it goes.
Yay!
All the cats don't belong to me.
So each of you pick up a cat on your way inside. None of them seem to complain too much. Meow, 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 meow. Good looking at them off the yard.
Oh, good.
This place really is great.
Yes, the cat garden is ripe and fresh this time of year.
God, I wish.
So you all go inside. You can make your plans.
Ty, I'm guessing we're going to sit at the kitchen table and have lunch.
Mm-hmm.
So Ty is going to be the moody teenager who's just sitting there and he's just concentrating so hard. Like you can tell on her face, but you don't know on what.
Eventually, there'd be a gust of wind. You seem troubled. Are you all right?
I learned last night that apparently I'm a changeling. I don't know how to change. I think I should.
Interesting. Well, I am no changeling, but I am a druid, and we change forms all the time.
That's cool.
We went to the perfect people.
It wasn't even my intention, but you're correct.
If you would permit. And she will actually take the form of a wind elemental again.
Mhm.
I could try to help.
I think that would be helpful, since I know nothing about myself, apparently.
Interesting. To forget what you are must have been powerful indeed. And she will lead you a little ways from the table, and she will appear to have a seat and motion for you to do the same.
Mm-hmm. She does.
And she goes, I have not met many changelings in my lifetime, but from what I understand, for them to change is as simple as breathing. Which means that you must have, well, had very little knowledge of who you are, or perhaps even blocked it from yourself. Tell me, close your eyes and try to take the shape of one of your friends, someone that you're very familiar with. Will it to happen?
Ty will close her eyes and think of Orit.
And nothing happens. And after a moment, you are struggling with yourself. I can see it play out on your face. Relax, Ty. Calm yourself and calm your mind. Think of nothing. Think of a void. Are you?
Ty will try to just think of grayness and nothing else.
Okay. After a moment, you are a reet. Your hair is white. Your skin is onyx. You are Orit. Repeat with me.
I am Orit. My hair is white. My skin is onyx. I am Orit. Roll.
Roll me a charisma
Ooh!
check. Mm-hmm.
Wait, wrong thing. Be that one. Oh!
Very
Wait.
nice.
I also had a Bard of Inspiration, didn't I? Or am I going to be rolling more than once? Or
No, you're not.
should I roll that Bard of Inspiration? Or
Up to you.
You can if you'd like.
might as well. That's
Sure.
6, right?
Mm-hmm.
22.
Ah, there we go. Open your eyes.
Ty opens her eyes in a flurry and is then immediately looking for the nearest reflective surface.
There's a mirror not too far away, and you find that you are wearing the same clothes that you've always worn, the same gear, the same everything, but your face, hands, and whatever exposed skin is that an almost exact duplicate of Arit. There's a little bit, like, maybe the nose shape's a little off, but it's really good.
All right.
Oh my gosh, my long lost twin! I have finally found you!
Brother!
The nose is very good. Guy is like smirking.
Ty runs over and is hugging Arit.
You will hug back.
Roll for perception.
Wait a second, this is not me at all.
And Ty, for the foreseeable future, the more you practice, the less it'll be necessary. But in order for you to change, you will have to empty your mind of the gray-like void and think that way. You'll have to go through that process to make the change. The more you practice, the more natural it'll become, but you're fighting your mental blocks.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Also, I like my nose. Thank you very much, Kaitana.
I never said it was bad. I just said, it's good.
In fact, I said the opposite. I said it was good.
Yeah.
All right. So we have a changeling. We have 2 disguised selves. I believe an alter self, right, Arit?
Yep.
And a shoe with the dragon eyes. That's everyone?
I'm a vigilante.
Oh, that's right. Yes, right. You're the verdant.
I'll throw this down. I can change my eyes into anything. It doesn't have to be dragon eyes.
We were
Make them just
probably-
pools of black.
Bugbears.
I think our suggestion was mostly to paint Ishu's skin a different color.
Sure. So give her the eyes of an elf and just paint her skin dark or light. You know what I mean?
But
Well,
the
I was
horns,
thinking we don't have to hide the fact that Ishu is a tiefling. We had to hide the fact that Ishu is this specific tiefling.
Mm-hmm. Tieflings are rare, but they are not unseen.
Yeah, we have seen Baboom. Baboom looks like a purple,
Yep.
fabulous man.
But I mean, like, the point isn't, Shu, you would know this. There's probably 6 tieflings in this entire town, but that's not one.
It's true. She gives a bit of a just like a calm down sort of hands thing. I can hide my horns. There are plenty of hats, or even just hair, making my hair a different shape. Curling it up in some weird bun would be fine.
Oh yeah, Shu got lucky on her horns. She doesn't have those big spiraling ram horns or anything.
Yeah.
Very much easier to hide.
Oh, you could just God, I can't remember what the name of that haircut is, but it's 2 buns. Kind of
Space buns.
Yeah. Kind of like space buns, but not near the ears. It's more like 45 degrees up. Like Mickey Mouse ears, essentially.
Could have had those horns.
Oh god. Those are gigantic.
Mm-hmm.
I just need not to stand out. She thinks for a bit. Yes, different hair color. That might be too much. Different hair shape. Different eyes. Maybe slightly different lipstick. And different garb. Maybe some makeup to make it seem I have a bit of a different complexion, but honestly, most people around here are not... She stops for a moment. Not the darkest skinned people around.
Does anyone in the group have a disguise kit?
We got one from the Hydra.
Okay.
I believe. I just don't know who picked it up.
So, if any of you have a good sleight of hand or even have proficiency in a disguise kit, you could roll to disguise her in general to make her look
Got a
excellent.
4.
Don't ask me this.
Arthur is not good at the deceptions.
Oh, he's
Mine's just a 3.
I got a good deception. I don't got a good sleight of hand, though.
Sleight of hand would be what would be needed.
Oh. I purposely made a rogue who's not good at sleight of hand.
Is 3 the highest? Am I the highest?
I have
No.
2.
I have 2.
I've got 4.
Dolma's got
Okay. Dolma's got 4.
So Dolma could do it with advantage because she's being aided.
Yeah, we'd be giving advice like over
Mhm.
over the shoulder, like no.
Oh, that lipstick.
So go ahead and
Makeup artists.
roll me a sleight of hand with advantage.
Okay. 22.
Ooh. With the help of others, you're able to make a shoe look like fairly different. Are we hiding tiefling?
Yes. Yeah.
Gotcha.
No? I
You're-
thought we were
you're-
making a different tiefling.
Nope.
We can just make her look human, which makes it much
Yeah.
harder to find her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're able to, with the right clothes and the disguise kit, you're able to make her a very passable human when she does thaumaturgy on her eyes.
Does anyone know thaumaturgy here? I'm sure everyone does.
I
But
do. I do.
I
You'll
don't have
notice-
a spell, but
you notice something very odd about how she utilizes it. So, in the middle of a discussion, her eyes will just change. Which is weird. You thought it would have to have something else.
Yeah, thaumaturgy usually has some sort of somatic gestures or something. But not with a shoe.
Alright says, man, you do it so much better than I do. You don't even have to do anything to make it work.
That's like my dad.
She smiles a bit. I will let you on a small secret. I do have to do something.
I assume so, otherwise your eyes would just change constantly.
True.
Is that all the secret I'm getting? Just gonna be left in the dark here, Ashu?
You don't like a good mystery?
I've had too many of those lately, I gotta be honest.
Well, then it will only be for your ears, then. Since you seem so curious.
Kai's like leaning over.
Excuse me, Kai?
What?
I asked first.
What? No, I was just
Mm-hmm.
looking over here. Look at this cat. And Kai like lifts up the cat.
It is for this Orit, not the other Orit. Sorry, other Orit.
All right, keep your secrets then. Smiles and walks away.
Frodo.
Smiles in Frodo.
All right. So with that, I think we can go ahead and draw the session to a close. You guys have your disguises.
Mhm.
And next session, you'll go looking for a nimble, right?
I guess we'll go over Arthur's next time.
Well, I thought you were just going to be the Verdant Avenger.
Verdant you guys know what it is.
Oh,
But
that's a
nobody-
fair point. We've never established that. Well, no, let's do
Yes.
that. Let's save that for next session. That'll be the opening.
Also,
Okay.
Ty needs an actual disguise and not or read as a disguise.
Yeah, that's true. But I think we're drawing on a close, and I am fading too. So we can do that at the start of the next session.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true. I forgot that we hadn't revealed because I was like, "But we know what you are." That's
no.
right. We
What
know.
happened was fucking
Tally.
Yeah.
barked it and you went
Tally
back
barked
inside.
it, and what was supposed to be the reveal ended up being nothing because Arthur's a bro.
Oh, Tally. All right, everyone. Well, thanks for coming. And join us next. I think next Thursday. Depends. I know Criana's moving. She may or not be able to attend. We're not sure
It
yet.
depends on internet.
Yes.
Mhm,
We will
mhm,
see.
mhm.
Yeah.
We'll see. Otherwise, you guys take care. Ta-ta.
Bye.
Bye.
Toodles.
Toodles.
Uh,